February. All right, ooh, see, this is what I look like. Much better, right? God, before I started my set, it was so dark, I thought I was getting a fucking migraine. Okay, here we go. Next comic coming all the way from Sacramento. Hella far. If you can't take Bart, it's too far for me. All right, please give it up for Amy Thompson. It's Thursday.
It is.
Glad you guys came out. Thank you. Jokes on Thursday. I hope everyone had a good hump day, Wednesday. Just getting over the holiday season. It was hard to get through, but I deal with it by just plowing through, filled with holiday spirit. Like towing the line at every holiday party somewhere in between, like terminally drunk and like festively way too drunk. What brings you guys out? Are you here to see a comic? A particular comic? Or just comedy? Oh, hell yeah, you did. You are a bringer. Oh, very show. So, it's like New Year's resolution. So I'm trying to think, like, what would most benefit me? And I really want to be more cool. Like, I would love to be cool. But I think any attempt I try and do would be futile. Because I'm just too white to be cool. Like, I am so white. When I use voice text on my phone, it spells rappers with a W. It is only that, like, some of the time. And I'm like, I can use my New Year's resolution to like build up my skills, get more skills, because I have no skills. They were not included in my college tuition, but I did pay for that. Actually, I did over to college. It's where I got my my BA, my bad alcoholism. Yay, thank you, college. Yeah. Wait, by the way, make sure you buy drinks and tip the staff. Tipping is a symbiotic relationship for comedy. We get funnier if you get drunker. Also, tipping, great way to be an alcoholic and a good person. They need to have in their cocktails. But, oh man, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So I want to develop some skills because I know at this point, the day and age, I can't be a trophy wife. And it's not even about like meeting the right older rich guy. It's like I'm just too millennial. Like at best, I would be like a participation trophy wife. Hey. Yeah, that like implies still that I would do more than show up and just lay there. Like I'm here, I'm participating. I should know marriage because like I grew up next to my grandma and grandpa. They were married for over 50 years. It's kind of cool. I remember they were so well timed. Every day they would go on a walk for their health. And if I timed it right and I was off of school or it was like summer break, I could like look out the window every day like 11 o'clock-ish and I would see them coming back from their walk because they would leave like 9, 10. They would go on a good walk. But I remember like on one of these walks, they were so old, my grandpa, he just shit his pants. And my Nana laughed so hard at him shitting his pants, she pissed hers. I remember this day because I looked out my window, I could tell something was out of the normal. My grandpa was walking weird, he's like up on his toes in a weird way. I was like, okay. And as they got closer, I could tell. Because I could hear him giving a verbal 5-star review of his underwear, which were tidy whities. And while no longer whitey, we're still really tightly holding everything in. And he was just like, because we live next door, he's like, we just gotta go one more block, we're almost there. Like my Nana's still in a fit of giggles. And I think back to this. I think back to like seeing them waddling down the street, like all old, pants full of piss and shit. And like, every time I think about this, I just can't help but think, damn, hashtag relationship goals. I was really close with my grandpa, and I remember he would always give this one big piece of like solid advice. It was the same advice anytime you went to him with like a problem or like an ailment. And that was to take a shit. Which, something must have went wrong on that walk. Because I remember I would go up to him and I would be like, Grandpa, I got a stomachache. And he would be like, all right, why don't you go try taking a shit? And I'd be like, oh, I feel better, great advice. Or I'd go up and be like, Grandpa, I'm dizzy. He'd be like, go try to take a shit. You know, sometimes I would work. I'd be like, all right, Grandpa, you know everything. I'd go, but Grandpa, I failed my math test. I'd be like, well, did you take a shit before? I'd be like, I didn't. Oh shit, that's like I do next time. I would try to trick him though, because when I got older, I'm like, that's not like realistically how we solve everything. So I would go up to him and I'd be like, Grandpa, my ankle's swollen. And he'd be like, why don't you go try taking a shit? Grandma, no, like I've been playing volleyball, I'm pretty sure I sprained it. And he'd be like, all right. Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go into the kitchen, freezer. Your grandma keeps frozen peas in there. Get those frozen peas. Take them to the bathroom, ice your ankle while taking a shit. And then you'd be like, shit, that worked. All right, you got it. I miss him. I miss my grandpa because I have no living grandparents. He died of leukemia because taking a shit didn't work. And I know, it's got me afraid of getting leukemia because I think that would be the worst cancer to get. Because the treatment for it makes you go bald, and when it comes down to it, I just want to look cute while dying. And I don't think I could pull off balls like Natalie Portman. I would look like a mess, like Britney Spears. Like I was going through something worse than leukemia. But I'm an optimist. And the bright side would be like, finally, the carpets match the drapes. You guys are adults, you should get that. Because we're adults, I can tell adult jokes or talk about adult stuff. All right, everyone knows what a pocket pussy is, right? Pocket pussy. Vagina you can keep in your pocket. Personally, I don't have a lot of experience. I hear they're good warmed up. I'm like, all right. What I really want to know, though, does anyone here know what a pussy pocket is? Oh, good, because I'm looking for someone to take to the Midwest who is willing to shove a cartridge up their slits. Works. I also trying to see if I was the only drug smuggler here. That makes it seem drug smuggling. Makes it seem like I live a really wild life, but I don't. I used to think I lived a wild life though, because I would wake up and there would be signs of like a wild life, or that I just came back from an adventure around me. I'd be like, oh shit, there's stuff in my pockets. I don't even remember acquiring this. And there'd be like magical dust everywhere. I had like a stain on my sleeve. I don't remember interacting with that color. And but no, that's not adventure. It's like there's a fine line between the signs of adventure and the signs of alcoholism. And I don't live an adventurous life. I just live a very tame alcoholic life. Like I am so tame. I drive like super safe. Because you have to when you're drinking, you don't want to spill. And I don't even get road rage. If a car speeds past me, they're covered in dirt and terrain and stuff. Like I don't get mad. They can pass me. They can cut me off because I can't front on that. Like they clearly know where they're going. My car's not dirty with adventure. It's dirty with bird shit. Parking under trees, trying to get that shade. Because it got so hot in Sacramento, it's hard to remember now, but I was up here in the summer one time, and it was like, all right. In Sacramento, it was toddler manslaughter hot. It was, everything that I left in the car melted or died. So we were breaking records. The Kings were not breaking records, we were with heat. 115, 112 degrees. Like I found out this summer, you can have a flat chest and still get boob sweat. I don't have boobs. Where's it coming from? I just straight waterboarded my clit all summer. Yeah. It was so bad. It was like Guantanamo Bay down there. And I never found anyone to torture because it was the wrong kind of hot girl summer. Too literal. Oh man. And that sucked. There was air conditioning at work, at least. I work as a secretary at a cubicle, and my favorite part of that job is leaving. That's like always my favorite part of the job. Like, I don't get the people who get to work early and stay late. Does anyone here do that? You deserve better. If you do, you deserve better. You deserve better than that. Like, what was that? Baby, someone needs to take that baby. Your time is done. Are they your children? Are they your baby? It's like, okay, I was like, stay at home mom, they never get off. No, someone needs to take their baby. You need to have your time off. That's a bad thing to do because I wouldn't leave the baby either. Like, every time I fall into the water, I think, I just wish I was a solid little baby. So someone would rescue me because, like, I'm so worried about the apocalypse because I'm like, what's going to happen is I'm going to survive the apocalypse. How did that happen? No idea. And then I find a baby. And I'll be saddled with that baby all apocalypse. And somehow that baby has survived an apocalypse up to the point I found it. But now I got to worry about everything, getting that baby to survive. Everything's a close call now. Somehow baby's out here alone for 3 days. That's the way the world works. I'm not going to survive the end of the world. Oh man, yeah. So I work being a secretary in the cubicles. Actually, it's kind of fun because I found a way. Sometimes it can be boring, but I found something to do on a slow day. Scare my coworkers because I found the perfect way to scare them. So our cubicles, right? They all open. So like we have our computers and then our backs are to the opening, so that if the bosses weren't working from home, they could catch us fucking around on the computers. But they're all working from home. So I get to go around the office and like, this is just on slow days, and I try to find like a coworker slightly fucking off. Not like someone watching porn, because those coworkers are unscarable. Like, I'm not gonna fuck with Brett. He like freaks me out. But I just want to find one coworker that's like on solitaire, wish listed on Amazon, and this isn't a lie. You just go behind them. I don't even have to be quiet. I just have to like say in my regular voice, "Hey, Janice, what are you doing?" And I will almost scare the shit out of them every time. I love this because my dad always told me, you're not a man until you shit your pants as an adult. I got this from his dad. But you won't feel like a man until you've made another grown man shit his pants from fear. And I am just all about setting and achieving workplace goals. So I'm just hoping one of these days. So I was trying to get taken on a two sports game on a date. Not for like bases or baskets or balls or sports, but for a t-shirt cannon. Yeah, because it'd be bad fucking ass to catch a shirt that came out of a cannon. Or you'd be like, get my Evil Knievel vibes on and be stunned in my cannon tee. But I've never been to a sports game, so I don't know how it works. Like, how does the cannon know what your size is? Like, will I just pass a note to the ref? Or is there like a number I text? Like, I text the umpire so we can program it in? Like, I still want to go through all that work for a shirt that doesn't fit. My time here is coming to an end. So I want to share with you something I have found out. It's one of the best pieces of knowledge I have. The best way to snort cocaine. Hey. It's with the $2 bill. So I know some people who like to front all baller and throw out 100. And I think that's one of the dumbest things you can do. Use a $100 bill around a group of cocaine users. Because at some point, before that night is over, the group will run out of cocaine. And they will want to get more. I have never seen this not happen. What's to stop them from stealing your 100, Brandon? It's the thing with cocaine, it's the high, it's great. Oh, it's great, but it is brief. That's why we call it yayo. Because you do a line, you're like, yay! Oh, wow! And then like 15, 20 minutes later, you're like, oh, let's get more Coke. Where's Brandon's 100? How did that last? He's not paying attention. Like, yes, you could use a 1. But a 2, it's more mysterious, more classy. And you can't use a 2 to buy more Coke. A Coke dealer would be suspicious. However, you could use a 2 to buy more weed. I once bought weed for like a Sacagawea coin, cheese whiz, and a promise that I still haven't fulfilled to give them the rest back someday. I am 31, that was when I was 19, so they're still waiting for that someday. Don't tell them. I'm gonna have our wonderful host come up. We've got a great headliner for you guys tonight.